I am quite late with this vlog, which supposes to be posted after the new year, but due to unforeseen circumstances that are unavoidable, it took me for a while to prepare, as since last year before Christmas and in between we were quite ill, but now we are slowly getting better. Despite being ill, I would go out into the woods, saunter on my favorite path, which is not far away from our cottage, diligently taking numerous shots of an early morning walk in the fields, realizing how beautiful the scenery was with that luminous sky crowning those mountains with semi-transparent mist hovering at the edge of the forest. I noticed a few threadbare silvery cobwebs dangling from branches to branches with fine translucent beads of morning dew blending together like strings of necklaces down the neck of the trees and flowers and their limbs. Perfectly beautiful. Then I returned home feeling absolute, certain, and content. These vlogs are a compilation of shots that I took prior to Christmas and New Year. I spent some time thinking of what sort of story I would tell this time and how I would blend it all well into one edited chronology. This will be the story of how I spent those last few weeks before Christmas and what these times meant to me and what I think should fit into my life vlogs as both lessons and memories. Without further ado, firstly I would say hello to all strawberry fairies, pineapple darlings and happy cupcakes out there. Welcome to my channel and I heartily welcome you all. Life is short, or so we were told, and in so many ways it is true. Unbelievable how fast time flies, and you realize this time when it is nearing Christmas and when winter is knocking its front door, you know better that the end of the year is getting closer. Life goes on no matter what or when or where. Life is a never-ending story for us humans. At the time I realized this when I received a wonderful gift of amaryllis from my mother-in-law. These are the type of flowers that only bloom at a certain time of the year. I observe the time when the buds are about to pop out. The forest overlooking the hills below has gone through a full-blown autumnal phase, and by the time my amaryllis bloom, it enters the month of December, which marks the end of fall. And with it, one noticed that the forests are fully naked and winter is finally here. Life as we know it is always related to nature, for life and death are one complete cycle. But for certain kinds of death, there is no rebirth. Is there any other way one can reincarnate and live again even if we are not immortal? Amaryllis are known to bloom, sleep, and reinvent themselves over the years to come if one takes good care of them. I realize that we are not getting any younger, but we relive our moments in the way that we care for our health in its own time, slowly and carefully crafted. If we are persevering through our mortality, we are to live longer by experiencing life to the fullest, and yet not forgetting that we owe ourselves lots of care, for we are worth it all. If one is to conquer death, then it will be done by celebrating life itself, by honoring the moments of our memories. Just like the amaryllis, it does not undergo true dormancy. Instead, the bulbs go through a rest period after flowering that allows them to recover and bloom again. I accepted it like the tranquil embrace of a long-sought sleep, and when the right time comes, we shall wake up again and rise again, to stand once more on our feet, to be ready to hold on to life again. As winter approached, and so is Christmas, it is time for all sorts of decorations and ornaments. We have the older version of Christmas decorations still. We had it for over 20 years, and finally some did crumble and break. I know for sure that this year I may have to buy a few new Christmassy stuff to replace the old ones. Like any other year, usually every and each of my children assist me with the decorating. This time, my youngest accompanied me as he was the only one that is always at home and have the time to spend more than his other siblings. I really appreciated and enjoyed this moment because time flies too fast. They seem to go drastically, and they would not have the advantage to have as much time on their side as they used to. There is something magical about Christmas. It is merely sentimental and ceremonial. Traditions that come along with it vary from country to country. But in any country, one thing is common, that family will gather together and family will have dinner together. We celebrated it simple this time. We had been through much the last couple of years due to the strains of COVID. However, it did not take long before we were yet struck by another tragedy unfolding in Ukraine that is having an impact all over the world after Russia's invasion. We need not more of such horror. People are wary of appalling tragedy after tragedy. One can only hope and pray that the world will find its peace and time to recover soon. At last, the snow came. Something is joyful about the presence of the falling snow and the cold air that thrills me. Perhaps it is also associated with Christmas and it gives you a feeling of calmness. It is more like a mysterious event that is about to unfold its secrets and expose all the magical things that came with the snow. I imagine that every snow that fell from above is like the thousand blessings that fall from heaven, and all we do is greet it, embrace it, and to welcoming it. Though it baffles me often enough that many people just hate the winter, hate the snow, and hate the cold. I, on the other hand, see things differently and try my best to enjoy every aspect of life and what is in store for me. Because the truth is, we know that just like summer, winter will be over soon. Time flies, and so is life. And so let us enjoy this time and be like a little child who knows that life's blessings are the ordinary gift that only open at one particular moment and it will fade and be gone. Who knows when and where we might end up tomorrow? Life is an open book of miracles. We are blessed. Let us be thankful and be grateful. Today is a special day, and not because it is winter or because it is nearing Christmas or because it just snowed. Today, my boy is celebrating his 9th birthday. We celebrate it simply and with nothing extravagant. And anyway, my dear boy was still ill at this time, entering the 2nd week of school absence. He had a few days of fever and coughing, and later he got stomach bugs, my poor boy. He was fortunate that he recovers in time before his birthday, but he could not celebrate as usual with his friends. So it was a small celebration of a birthday cake, pizza for lunch, and we had coffee. Most of all is that grandma is with us, and that made it a perfect circle of family gatherings.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Liamando. Happy birthday to you.
Later in the early evening, I was to do preparation of baking the Christmas cookies. This is also one of the family traditions over the years. It is not merely because of the need to do Christmas baking, but it is mainly the reason to spend that vital moment with the kids, because one day I will have not the need to do it anymore. day would come when all of my children perhaps live elsewhere far, and Christmas would just be my husband and me. I really do enjoy this time and feel the warmth of this moment, as Christmas can be felt in the air. Finally, Christmas is here. These dark and strange times that we went through recently were eased with the look of Christmas village scenes, radiantly lighted, the cutest set of Jesus' manger, the rainbow-like Christmas lights, and wonderful, lively countless baubles dangling on the tree with glittering golden bells, and so much more. For a moment, the world seemed so magical, quiet, and peaceful out there. This is the only time I felt that a celebration feels so different, noble, typically old-fashioned, felt unreal and genuinely cheerful. Gathering family members came for a visit, and spending cheerful and pious time together is one of the most beautiful and sweet moments. This is one way that we can meet once a year aside from birthdays. It is one of the most magical moments for everyone. There is nothing more important than family. Magic in itself is Christmas.
Frohes neues Jahr, Uwe. Frohes neues Jahr, Oma. Frohes neues Jahr, Wanda.
That day, like all days, has been good. We may not know if tomorrow we may see the sunrise again. Let us be made to be the instrument of love and allow us to be the example of peace and quietness. Let tomorrow will be graced with the dawn of good promises and purposes, And so, in a brief moment, I was blessed to take another glimpse into the grace of extraordinary days. And tell me about yours.